Welcome to the Deep Dive, the show where we take the most fascinating ideas, the most compelling research, and really try to unpack them into powerful insights just for you. Today we're diving headfirst into a mystery that, well, it's puzzled some of the greatest scientific minds for nearly a century now. It's this deep conflict right at the very heart of how we understand reality itself.
Yeah, it really is. For decades, you've had these foundational theories of physics standing almost in opposition, like two huge philosophies describing the same world, but in ways you just can't seem to reconcile.
Right.
On one side, you've got Albert Einstein's general relativity. I mean, it's a truly magnificent theory. It describes the cosmos on its grandest scale.
So like planets, galaxies,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Exactly. Planets orbiting, galaxies swirling, and space-time itself, it's not empty space, it's this
Okay.
flexible, dynamic fabric. And mass and energy warp it, curve it,
Okay.
and that curvature then tells everything else how to move. It's a theory of the smooth, the continuous, the predictable, really.
Right, general relativity. It nails the universe on those huge scales. The astronomy, the dance of planets and stars. It feels very deterministic. Like if you know where things start, you can figure out where they're going.
Pretty much. In principle.
But then you crash into quantum mechanics. And look, for anyone not totally immersed in this stuff, it really throws a wrench in that neat picture, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's the rule book, but it's a strange one, often paradoxical. It governs the universe at the tiniest level, the subatomic world.
The really, really small stuff.
Yeah. And down there, everything comes in these little chunks, these indivisible packets called quanta. It's not about certainty. It's a realm of pure potential.
Potential.
Things exist as probabilities until you actually look, until you measure them. And uncertainty isn't like a mistake in our measurement. It's built into the fabric of reality at that level.
Wow. Okay. So two completely different ways of looking at things.
Exactly. And for almost 100 years, the sharpest minds have been banging their heads against what they call the problem of quantum gravity.
Right.
Because, look, both theories are incredibly successful on their own turf. General relativity, perfect for planets, black holes, the big stuff. Quantum mechanics. It's king in the microworld, atoms, lasers, you name it.
So where's the problem then?
The problem pops up when you need both theories at the same time. Think about extreme situations like the very center of a black hole, that singularity point, or the very, very first moments of the Big Bang. You need gravity, but you also need quantum rules.
Okay, I think I'm following. So for our listeners maybe not deep into physics, the issue is that the basic language, the math they use, just doesn't line up.
That's a great way to put it. General relativity pictures space-time as smooth, continuous, like a perfectly stretched sheet.
Okay.
But quantum mechanics insists everything, energy, forces, comes in these tiny, distinct, granular bits, like trying to describe that smooth sheet as being made of tiny, jiggling pixels.
That's a good analogy.
And when you try to force gravity into that quantum pixel language, the math just, it breaks. You get infinities, answers that make no sense.
So the standard approach has always been, okay, one or both of these must be wrong, or at least incomplete. We need a deeper theory.
That's been the driving assumption for decades, that this conflict is an obstacle, something we need to fix to get to a final theory of everything.
Okay, here's the twist we're exploring today. What if that conflict, that fundamental disagreement, what if it isn't the problem?
What if it's the solution?
Exactly. What if that tension, that incompatibility, isn't some cosmic error, but it's actually the engine, the thing that makes everything happen?
That's the core idea behind what we're calling the cosmology of the clash. It's a radical shift in perspective, maybe even a beautiful one.
Okay, tell us more.
It proposes something really profound, that this incompatibility between, let's call it the world of matter, described by general relativity, and the world of spirit, the probabilistic, potential-filled quantum realm, that this isn't a bug.
It's a feature.
It's the feature, the source code, if you like. This inherent tension, this constant clash, is what actually gives rise to the universe, to life itself, even to our own conscious experience.
Wow. Okay, so that's a huge idea. Let's definitely unpack that. Our mission today, then, is to make this framework make sense, show you how it offers this completely new way of looking at, well, everything. From ancient ideas to modern science.
And how the universe you're sitting in right now is this vibrant, clashing thing woven from these deep forces.
Right. Prepare to have your perspective shifted. Let's dive deep into the nature of reality and where you fit into it all. 1. The primal clash. A universe born from duality. Okay, so to really get into the cosmology of the clash, we need to start with an idea that's actually really old, dualism. Now, for anyone thinking philosophy terms, it's basically just the idea that reality is made of two fundamental parts, often opposites.
Yeah, it's a thread running through human thought forever, almost. You can go way back. Ancient Greece, you had Plato talking about two realms. There's this perfect world of unchanging forms, like blueprints.
The real reality in his view.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's our world, the material world, which he saw as just a shadow, an imperfect copy of those forms.
Okay.
Then fast forward to the 17th century, you get René Descartes. He really formalized it, separating reality into mind res cogitans, the thinking stuff, and matter res extensa, the extended physical stuff.
Mind and matter. That one feels familiar.
Right. But what's super interesting here is how the cosmology of the clash takes this old idea and gives it a totally new spin, using modern physics, not just metaphysics or religion.
This is where it gets really cool.
Yeah.
Because the science starts to echo these ancient thoughts in a weird way.
Mm.
Our model says the spirit dimension isn't some vague ghost in the machine thing. It's the quantum world.
Exactly. The probabilistic world, full of potential. Remember how we said quantum particles don't have definite properties until measured?
Yeah, the electron example, it's not really here or there, but kind of everywhere at once.
That's superposition. For anyone not familiar, think of it like a coin spinning in the air. While it's spinning, it's both heads and tails simultaneously. Only when it lands, when we observe it, does it become one or the other.
So the quantum realm is like that spinning coin state.
Yep.
All possibilities exist at once.
Precisely, a state of pure, undecided potential, a realm of pure possibility. That's the spirit dimension in this model.
Okay, I get the spirit side. So what's the matter dimension then?
That's the world of general relativity, the structured, actualized world, the universe we see, touch, live in, where things have definite locations, predictable paths, concrete realities. It's the universe where that spinning coin has landed, showing heads or tails.
So potential versus actuality, quantum versus relativity, spirit versus matter.
And they're constantly interacting, constantly clashing.
And the big idea is our whole universe emerged from that clash, from that fundamental tension between these incompatible ways of being.
Exactly. It wasn't a passive unfolding. It was a dynamic, forceful emergence because of this duality. The universe is the result of the clash.
Okay, but that immediately brings up the biggest question ever, right? How do you get something from, well, nothing? How does a whole universe just appear?
Right. And this is where the model finds a really strong connection with an idea from physics itself, something guys like Lawrence Krauss have talked about. The zero-energy universe hypothesis.
The zero-energy universe. That sounds counterintuitive. How can the universe have zero energy? It seems full of energy.
It is. But the hypothesis suggests that all the positive energy, from all the matter, all the radiation, everything stuff, is perfectly balanced out by negative energy.
Negative energy. Where does that come from?
Gravity. Think about it this way. Creating matter takes positive energy, like Einstein's E = quot tells us. But that matter then creates gravity. And gravitational potential energy is negative. The closer things are gravitationally bound, the more negative the energy.
Okay, so positive energy of stuff, negative energy of the gravity holding it together.
And the idea is, on the scale of the whole universe, they might perfectly cancel out. Add it all up, and the net energy could be zero.
So the universe didn't need a deposit of energy to start. It could just appear, because its books were always balanced. Krauss called it the ultimate free lunch.
Right. That's the famous phrase. It could emerge from nothing without violating energy conservation because the total cost was zero.
Okay, that's a mind bender, but it makes a weird kind of sense. It's not magic, it's cosmic accounting.
Right. And while, standard cosmology often talks about the beginning as maybe a random quantum fluctuation, something just popping into existence.
Simultaneously.
Yeah. This model gives it a deeper reason. That state we talked about, that pure clashing duality between quantum potential and relativistic actuality. It wasn't stable.
It couldn't just sit there.
Exactly. It wasn't empty nothingness. It was a nothingness absolutely packed with tension. Imagine a perfect balance, but a fundamentally unstable one, like balancing a pencil perfectly on its point. It has to fall.
So the tension itself forced a resolution.
It had to resolve itself. And the Big Bang, in this view, wasn't just some random explosion happening in space and time. It was the resolution. It was the emergence of space and time itself, forced into being by that unbearable tension.
The universe bursting forth to balance the books, to make the potential actual.
An anomaly created by the need to resolve the clash, the birth of the arena itself.
Which means, wow, it means this conversation we're having, you listening right now, You exist because of that cosmic tension. You're inside a universe that balanced itself out from zero.
Every moment is part of that ongoing balancing act. That's quite a thought to start with, isn't it? You're a living piece of resolved cosmic tension. The two great anomalies, the emergence of the universe and life.
So the universe itself is the first big anomaly, born from the clash. And it's the stage where that clash keeps happening.
Right. It's the theater for this ongoing cosmic drama. And you can see this beautifully illustrated in something really common, yet deeply weird. A photon. A particle of light.
A photon. How does that show the clash?
Well, think about a photon traveling through space. From our viewpoint, it's zipping along. But from the photon's perspective, according to relativity, things are very different.
Because it travels at the speed of light.
Exactly. And for anything traveling at light speed, time stops.
Yeah.
It doesn't experience the passage of time.
Okay, hold on. That's one of those ideas that always needs a moment. So a photon travels for, say, 1 billion years across a galaxy to reach us.
Mhm.
But for the photon itself, that journey takes no time at all. Instantaneous.
That's what relativity implies. It exists in this timeless, potentially spaceless state. It's like pure quantum potential, a wave of possibility, just existing until it hits something.
Until the clash happens.
Precisely. It only becomes real for us in our material world when it interacts, when it clashes with matter, for example, when it hits your retina.
Ah, so it's arriving at my eye, letting me see. That's the interaction.
That's the moment. Its quantum potential, that spread out wave of possibilities, collapses into a definite event in our space-time. It goes from spirit, pure potential, to matter, an actualized interaction.
Wow. So that tiny photon is like a little messenger, constantly bridging those two worlds.
It perfectly embodies the whole principle. The universe is constantly resolving this tension, potential becoming actual, through interactions like these.
Okay, so the universe unfolds like this for billions of years. Quantum potential meeting relativistic reality. But then something even more amazing happened, at least here on Earth.
Yes. When the conditions were just right, perfectly balanced perhaps, a second, even more profound anomaly occurred.
Life.
Life.
The second great anomaly. How does that fit into the clash?
Here we need to bring in ideas from emergence and complexity theory. You hear about this from places like the Santa Fe Institute.
Right, emergence. That's how complex things arise from simple rules, right? Like ants building a mound.
Exactly. No single ant knows the plan. But through simple interactions, this incredibly complex structure emerges. Or think of a flock of birds, a murmuration. Each bird follows basic rules, but the whole flock creates these breathtaking fluid patterns. No leader, no blueprint.
Okay, I see the connection. So life isn't something planned, it just emerged.
The cosmology of the clash sees life as the ultimate emergent phenomenon. It's not a substance, not a thing that was created. It's described as a dynamic, self-sustaining tornado.
A tornado.
Yeah, a pattern of activity, born from the sustained energy of that ongoing clash between quantum potentiality and material reality. The tension doesn't just allow life, it fuels it.
So life isn't like a rock, it's like a whirlpool, a process.
Exactly. It's a pattern, a swirl of energy and information that learned how to keep itself going against the tendency for things to break down, against entropy.
Like a tornado needs wind and pressure differences to keep spinning.
Life constantly pulls in energy from the environment, organizes it, uses it to maintain its structure, to copy itself, all within this fundamental cosmic tension. It's a pattern that perpetuates itself.
So thinking about my own existence, I'm not a static object, I'm this ongoing tornado, this self-sustaining pattern.
You are a dynamic pattern, constantly rebuilding, interacting, processing energy, a living process, an intricate dance between the quantum possibilities within your cells and the material reality of your body. Moment by moment, you are an ongoing, active manifestation of the cosmic clash.
That's a completely different way to think about being alive. Not just being, but constantly becoming.
Precisely, a dynamic equilibrium.
Right.
3, the one life, a unified vision of biology and consciousness.
Okay, so life is this dynamic tornado born from the clash. And the next big idea here is that it's not lots of separate tornadoes, it's somehow one, the one life.
That's the concept. And it's not just a philosophical flourish. It lines up incredibly well with two really solid pillars of biology that most scientists accept.
Okay, what are they?
First, there's LUCA, stands for Last Universal Common Ancestor.
Ah, I've heard of this. The idea that all life on Earth comes from one original thing.
Exactly. Darwin first hinted at it, but modern genetics, DNA sequencing, has basically proven it.
Yeah.
Everything alive today, bacteria, trees, elephants, we all trace back to a single-celled organism billions of years ago.
We're all literally related, branches on one huge family tree.
One single historical tree of life. Our shared genetic code is the evidence. It's a profound unity right there in our biology.
It really is staggering when you think about it. Every living thing shares that origin. So species are more like recent twigs on the same ancient branch.
That's a great way to see it. And the second pillar adds another layer. It's the Gaia hypothesis.
Gaia, proposed by James Lovelock, right? The idea that the Earth itself functions like a living system.
Yes, along with Lynn Margulis.
Yeah.
It suggests this whole web of life, this single interconnected system, isn't just passive. It actively functions as a planet-sized self-regulating system.
So life doesn't just adapt to Earth, it changes Earth to suit itself.
In a way, yes. It shapes and maintains the conditions needed for its own survival. The oxygen in the atmosphere, the temperature ranges, ocean salinity. These aren't just static givens. They're dynamically regulated by the sum total of life interacting with the planet's geology and chemistry.
Okay, so LUCA gives us a shared past, and Gaia gives us a shared present, a functioning whole.
Exactly. So when this model talks about the one life, it's drawing on both. It's not just a shared history, LUCA. It's a living, breathing, interconnected reality now, Gaia.
And individual species, including us, are like temporary patterns, ripples in this one great river of life.
Ripples in the flow, local patterns in a global process, constantly forming, changing, eventually dissolving back. We're all expressions of this single, vast biological undertaking.
Wow, okay. So if life is this unified, self-regulating tornado constantly navigating the world, how does it do that effectively? It needs a way to interact, to sense, to respond.
And that's where its most remarkable tool comes in, consciousness.
Consciousness. The big mystery. What is it? Is it just brain chemistry? Is it something more? How does this model see it?
It finds a really neat alignment with a school of philosophy called phenomenology.
Phenomenology. Yeah, okay, break that down for us.
Basically, it's about focusing on conscious experience as it actually appears to us, from the first-person perspective. Instead of just trying to reduce it to brain signals, it asks, what is it like to be conscious? What's the nature of the experience itself?
So focusing on the subjective feeling of being alive.
Right. And a key idea, especially from the philosopher Edmund Husserl, is something called intentionality. Now, this isn't intention, like planning to do something.
Okay, different meaning then.
Yeah. Intentionality here means that consciousness is never just on in a vacuum. It's always directed at something. It's always about something.
So I'm not just conscious, full stop. I'm conscious of something.
Exactly. You're not just vaguely aware. Right now, you're conscious of my voice, maybe conscious of a thought popping into your head, conscious of the room you're in, conscious of this deep dive. It's fundamentally relational. Consciousness is an engagement with the world.
Okay, that makes sense. It's always pointing at something.
And in our model, this is key. Consciousness is seen as the highly practical tool that the tornado of life evolved. It's not some airy extra, it's a mechanism.
A tool for what?
For navigating the world, for fulfilling those basic evolutionary drives. Find energy, food, find safety, shelter, and continue the pattern, procreation. Consciousness, using the senses, allows the one life to interpret its environment and act effectively within the clashing reality of the material world.
So it's like the universe's ultimate feedback system, allowing life to sense and respond.
A highly sophisticated feedback loop, yes, enabling the one life to navigate the clash, to make choices, to survive and thrive.
So if consciousness is a tool developed by this unified one life, what does that imply about my own individual awareness? Am I really separate?
That's the profound question it raises, isn't it? Are you an isolated island of consciousness? Or are you a unique viewpoint, a specific lens through which this ancient, singular one life experiences the universe and itself?
It definitely makes you reconsider your own sense of self within that much larger picture.
Yeah.
A focal point for a unified conscious process. 4, the human experience, unifying the cosmos and the self, which brings this whole incredible story right down to us, to you listening. It forces a pretty radical rethink of who we actually are.
Yeah. If you ask, what did it take to make me? The easy answer is, 2 parents.
Right, the immediate cause.
But in the view we're exploring, that's just the very last step, the final little ripple in an absolutely immense chain of events stretching back billions of years.
So the real answer is much, much bigger.
The real profound answer, and this is literal science, not just poetry, is the entire universe.
The whole universe made me. How?
Through what Carl Sagan famously helped popularize, stellar nucleosynthesis.
Stellar nucleosynthesis. Sounds impressive. What does it mean?
It means almost every atom in your body, heavier than hydrogen and helium, was forged inside stars.
Inside stars? Seriously?
Absolutely. The iron in your blood carrying oxygen right now, forged in the heart of a star. The calcium in your bones giving you structure, made in a star. The carbon that's the basis of all your cells, all life as we know it, cooked up inside stars that lived and died long before Earth even existed.
So stars lived, burned, then exploded.
Exactly. Massive stars exploded as supernovae, scattering these heavier elements across space. Those elements then became part of new clouds of gas and dust, which formed new stars, new planets, including ours.
But eventually,
Us. So you are, quite literally, made of stardust. Your star stuff, as Sagan put it, that has woken up and become aware.
that's incredibly profound. I'm not just on Earth. I'm of the cosmos, an unbroken chain back 13.8 billion years.
Every atom has a cosmic history. You are a temporary conscious arrangement of ancient stardust, a living echo of the universe's own evolution.
Okay, if that's who we are, stardust that woke up, the universe becoming aware of itself through us, then what's the point? What's the purpose of this colossal journey from the Big Bang to, well, to me sitting here?
The cosmology of the Clash doesn't point to some divine blueprint or cosmic destiny written in advance.
No grand plan.
The purpose, it suggests, is found much closer to home, in the experience itself, in the profound beauty of the ordinary, everyday moments.
And also,
There's the line, sometimes told as a joke, but it holds this deep truth. It took the universe 13.8 billion years for me to be able to drink a pint at the bar of a pub.
okay, I like that. So the meaning isn't some lofty goal, it's the pint.
It's the experience of the pint. It's the tasting, the feeling, the thinking, the loving, the knowing. You are the universe's instrument, its way of experiencing the very reality it created through the Clash. You are how the universe tastes, feels, loves, understands.
We are the universe's sensory organs, in a way.
Its way of knowing itself. But,
Yeah.
and here's the final beautiful twist, maybe a bit ironic,
Uh-oh. What's the irony?
this consciousness, the thing that allows all this experience, the universe's great achievement, it's also often really burdensome.
Yeah.
Relentless.
You mean the constant thinking, worrying, the noise in our heads?
Exactly. Think about that pint at the pub again. Why are we often drinking it? Sometimes, yes, purely for the taste and company, but often it's also an attempt to quiet that very awareness that makes the experience possible.
Trying to turn down the volume on the internal chatter. Escape the constant self-reflection for a bit.
We seek peace from the very thing that makes us uniquely human, uniquely conscious. The tool becomes the challenge.
So is that a flaw? Did the universe mess up?
Not according to this model. It's not a flaw. It's the ultimate expression of the tension that created us in the first place. Remember the tornado?
Yeah, the dynamic pattern.
This is the tornado seeking a moment of peace from its own violent spin. That fundamental clash between potential and actuality, between spirit and matter, plays out within our own consciousness, creating this beautiful, complex, sometimes difficult awareness. We are the clash, embodied.
Okay. Wow. So we embody the fundamental tension of the universe. That's a lot. So what do we do with that? How should we live knowing this?
The cosmology offers a kind of guiding principle, a mandate, if you will, for living within this paradox. It's simple but powerful, with your feet on the ground and your mind in the heavens.
Feet on the ground, mind in the heavens. I like that. What does it mean in practice?
It means be the bridge. Connect the two dimensions within yourself. Feet on the ground, be present in your material reality. Engage with the physical world, the here and now, the tangible. Feel the earth, connect with people, appreciate the sensory world of general relativity.
Stay grounded.
Exactly, but also mind in the heavens. Never forget the bigger picture. The quantum potential, the interconnectedness, the sheer improbability and wonder of your existence. Remember that 13.8 billion year journey that led to this exact moment. Keep that sense of awe.
So live fully in the present, but with a cosmic perspective.
That's it. Be the place where the material and the potential meet consciously. Our purpose in this view isn't something external, it's internal. It is to be that place, to be the point where the universe finally becomes aware of its own incredible story.
Through us. Through our awareness, our experience.
You are the universe witnessing itself. What an extraordinary thing to be. Outro.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, let's just bring it all back together. The core idea of the cosmology of the Clash is this radical reframing, the huge conflict in physics between general relativity and quantum mechanics. Maybe it's not a problem.
Maybe it's the source, the engine of creation. That fundamental tension between quantum potential, the spirit, and material reality, the matter, wasn't a bug. It's what sparked everything.
Right. The universe emerged to resolve that tension. And then out of that ongoing clash, life emerged as this dynamic tornado, this self-sustaining pattern.
A single, unified one life, ultimately. And consciousness evolved as its tool to navigate the world.
And you, listening right now, you are literally made of stardust. You're an emergent pattern yourself, a conscious piece of the cosmos, the universe experiencing its own journey through you.
You're its instrument, its witness.
So here's a final thought to leave you with, something to mull over. If you really are the universe's way of experiencing itself, and your own consciousness reflects that deep, creative, sometimes difficult tension,
Then how might that change how you engage with the clashes, the paradoxes, the tensions within your own life?
how do you actively practice keeping your feet on the ground while letting your mind soar among the heavens day to day? Something to think about. We'll leave you there.